Hello everybody, Ollamh here, and I wanted to start doing this on about a weekly basis or so, and just kind of talking about some of the stuff that's been happening, and more or less kind of some of the things that we could do or people could do in order to avoid these situations. Now, today's topic is kind of a hard one, because this seems to be a topic that is really kind of being pushed by just about everybody. And that is live streaming or video, or doing video blogs about your life. And the question is how much are we sharing? How much is sharing too much? And how much should people be able to share and how? Now, of course, you've probably seen, if you're, particularly for YouTube, one of the recent channels that's been talked about is Dad of 5, and their issue with what they're showing and how it's being portrayed. And best case scenario is it's all fake, it's all set up, it's all over-exaggerated, and everybody's in on it, which at that point it's, are you really showing people the truth? You're supposedly broadcasting your life, but are you really doing that, or are you doing a bunch of sketches and stuff like that? Now, of course, a lot of people share way too much online. They try and share every moment of their life. And it's kind of like that Facebook friend that everybody has, where you see all these really awesome things that these people are going out and doing, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and is that really their life, or are they cherry picking the best bits and not sharing the truth? Now, of course, a lot of people don't want to share too much. I mean, if you have kids, you should not be trying to exploit the children for views and for internet fame and stuff like that. There are plenty of people that, if their kids are there and happen to be doing something, they'll be in the video blog, but they're not like the center focus of the channel. Basically because that can really damage a kid's sense of the world if they're the star of their own show. We've seen it plenty of times, particularly if you look back to, during the 70s and 80s when, you had all of these childhood stars, these kids that were stars in their childhood, and what happened to them when they grew up and they expected to be the center of attention no matter what, and their time basically had kind of passed. Now, talking about Facebook, that brings up a whole other situation, and that is kind of the situation that happened this past Easter with the man who started live streaming on Facebook talking about how he had killed 12 or 13 people. He uploaded a video of him shooting somebody in the head, and this was because an ex-girlfriend and her mother, or somebody in his life, a couple people in his life, wouldn't talk to him. So he did this in order to get attention, and this isn't the first time we've seen horrible things being live streamed through Facebook, and it usually tends to be straight through Facebook. And part of the reason is they're one of the first people that allowed you to live stream for a while just using your phone. Now, YouTube is coming around with that, and they've started implementing that. Snapchat's been doing it for a while. It's not something really new, but there's less restrictions with Facebook than anybody else. If you look at Snapchat, you have 10 seconds. What are you going to show in 10 seconds that's really going to get people's attention? With YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you have the ability to live stream from your phone. Facebook, I don't think there's any restrictions. And those restrictions are there for a reason. Snapchat, again, is 10 seconds. You can't, you can give people a little snippet and it's up for 24 hours. It's not, you're not necessarily going to, show a lot of really bad stuff and get a message out there. YouTube, you have to have You have to have spent the time to build up some sort of a community in order to live stream from your phone. Now, I'm sure Facebook thinks that you have to tell us your real name. You can't, in order to have a personal page and a personal account, you have to tell us your real name. But let's be honest, I could call myself John Smith and they probably wouldn't question it because, well, so many people are named John frickin' Smith. So that's really not something that's going to stop somebody. A lot of people, yes, they do use their real names. Some people create names for themselves and they use that in place of a real name, but it sounds real. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. And Facebook doesn't question it. One of the big things that I think Facebook is going to have to start doing is they're going to have to implement some sort of moderators for their live streaming. YouTube does it, although some of their stuff is kind of questionable because it is bots. Twitch, you better believe they have some serious moderators. That, of course, that is their entire business, is live streaming. So they have people that make sure that nothing that goes against their terms and conditions goes up on live stream. A few people have been banned because, hey, there was a slip shot, they stood up and you could see up their shorts, or their top twitched one way and you saw a nipple. Doesn't matter if it's male or female, if you see a nipple, you're done. So what can Facebook do to help make sure that they are keeping people in line and keeping the people responsible for doing bad things accountable for what they do? And I think the biggest thing is, if you're going to allow live streaming from a person's phone, you need to be able to access the location of that phone. That needs to be a requirement, not something you can say, no, I don't want to share my location with Facebook. No, if you want to be able to access the live stream feature, we need to be able to locate that phone. That way, if there is something bad going on, people can contact the police can contact Facebook, and they can find out where that person is. Where is that phone located? Where was that phone located when it started live streaming? Where did it move to during the live stream? Was there a change of location? Where was the last location registered for the phone that at the end of the live stream? Now, I know some people say, whoa, wait a second, Big Brother's calling, the whole 1984, we know where you are, when you are. Yeah, but at the same time, this gives you power. This gives you a certain power, and it draws the narcissists quite a lot. If you look at the guy who did who killed the man on Easter, I don't even remember, I don't personally remember the names, but I'm horrible with names. But I bet a lot of people know who that man was. They know his name, they know his face, they know his story. Meanwhile, anybody else who had killed anybody on Easter, nobody knows their names, nobody knows their faces, very few people even recognize that those happened. But so many people know about this one because of Facebook allowing the live stream. And when you say, hey, just a reminder, when you go live, we're going to register where your phone is, and we're going to know where your phone is throughout the live stream, that's going to stop people, make them think about what they want to do. Because it's no longer, well, we have your name, and any information that you shared on your Facebook page, we have that information. No. We know what city you're in. We know maybe what neighborhood you're in. However fine-tuned we can get the location of your phone, we know where you are. I would love to know what you guys have to think about that. Is knowing the location of a phone that's being used for live streaming purpose too much? Does Facebook need to have certain requirements, certain validated information about an individual before they live stream? Or is it a case of, well, there's a few people that are going to do it, but they're going to do bad things anyway. Why should the rest of us suffer because bad people are going to do bad things? leave a comment down below, send me a tweet, or post on our Facebook page, and let me know what you think. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some
Cheerio.
That's almost worth the risk. Possibly 50%. There's a 50% chance that you lose your job, but you get 6.
The difference in technology is based on the fact that in the Fallout universe, the transistor was never created. So all electronics still make use of